see that.
Well, and let's talk about Scandival for a second, as we have to for 2 seconds here. But, why would we put anything past anyone when on a show like this, people are cheating, but everyone is getting so up in arms about such a cheating scandal that it's on the cover of the New York Times. It's become mainstream fodder, not just entertainment conversation pieces. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's like this show was so good for like 7 seasons, and then seasons 8 and 9 were horrible.
Okay.
So
what season are we on now?
10.
Okay, 10.
So I don't know, like, is it that, like, you all counted out Vanderpump Rules, and at the end of the day, this is the most explosive show? Because, I mean, we've had so many cheating situations in this show.
Right.
I don't understand why. It was a girl, and she cheated on, she's really good friends. I guess she hasn't been on the show for that long, but she was friends with Ariana. So it's kind of maniacal that, like, you're saying, like, you're my best friend, let's have a pajama party, and then you're going and sleeping with her boyfriend. I guess that, but I don't know why it's so shocking to me.
But hasn't this show been riddled with people cheating on each other?
Yeah.
And everyone that's so up in arms on this show has been a cheater at some point or a mistress at some point,
More
correct?
or less, yeah.
I mean, and again, I definitely am not someone who can throw shade at anyone about this. I'm just asking because I'm not really understand all the hatred that, like, Raquel is getting versus Tom. I mean, I don't hear all that hatred towards Tom as much as I'm hearing it towards Raquel. And quite frankly, I see that they're all in a much better position now than they were before. Their show is doing much better. It's probably the #1 rated show on Bravo, I would think. And Ariana, what's her name?
Ariana.
Ariana is now and going to be an actress on Lifetime TV in a movie. And and what's your prediction for her going forward?
My prediction, I told you this, my prediction, we just said this when you were on my podcast. It wouldn't shock me if she was given an offer to be the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
It's so
amazing.
Like, think about it. And at least Dancing with the Stars. Now, that's not like Celebrity Big Brother. That's not the hardest gig to get. Like The Masked Singer, like there's some B-list type, but Dancing with the Stars is a really hard gig to get. We've had housewives that are major housewives, like Teresa, Kenya Moore, Erica Jane.
But no one from Vanderpump Rules.
And Lisa Vanderpump, but there's no one else from Vanderpump Rules that would ever be able to get that Dancing with the Stars contract. Never. I'm going to say that.
Right.
It wouldn't shock me if Ariana got that now.
Right.
Honestly.
Or The Bachelorette makes so
is,
much sense.
Right?
Yes. This damsel in distress who needs a knight in shining armor to fawn after her. I mean, it totally makes sense.
And they talk to you before you go on. You say, Patty, this and that. The producers, no, The Bachelorette, like, they start with, like, you don't see the people, but they start with, like, to tell us what you are looking for.
Right.
I'm sure she's going to say, I mean, for me, it's like, you should want, like, a school teacher that teaches, like, special ed kids, like special needs kids. Like, you should want, like, a nice, humble person. That's my advice for Ariana. Like, forget this Hollywood bullshit of someone with, like, a porn stash that, like, plays in a band.
What is that, by the way?
I have no idea.
He didn't look like he had that 10 years ago or 9 years ago.
I have no idea.
Why did he turn out like that? I don't watch the show, but I did see some clips from before when they met originally and they started dating. He looked like a nice looking guy, and now he turned into somewhat of I thought he was almost bisexual or something. He looks like a different type of, like, LA vibe.
That's
guy.
The last thing. I mean, she lives in
not
LA.
that there's anything wrong with that, but he just, he looks very artsy or a musician or, I don't know, just totally different.
That
want her mustache has to go.
It has to go. I'm telling you, I think she should date, like, a school teacher, an accountant, like a nice, humble profession of someone that's, like, an account that goes to the office and has that is my
Someone
advice for her.
reliable.
Right. But so like they'll ask her on The Bachelorette, they'll say, what's your type and what are you looking for? And they get cute guys. So they'll get 25 cute guys and America, this is your victim. And this, I think it would be really a good thing. It would rate really well and she looks the part and she's the right age. I'm predicting she becomes the Bachelorette.
Not only would it be great ratings for Bravo in general, but because it would pull them over, the ratings from the Bachelorette. Yeah, it would just be so huge. Everybody would continue that conversation for ages. So I think it would be a great idea.
And I think she could carry the show. Like if she didn't look the part, or it's perfect for ABC.
Yeah,
it's a huge platform.
True. So what do you think are the other scandals going on right now that we may not have seen in reality TV because we've been so shocked and in shock and awe about Scandival? Is there anything else going on in reality TV right now?
I mean, look, the Chrisleys are in jail. Jen Shah's in jail.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a round of scandals. What else is there? Kim Zolciak and her ever-ending, she can't pay her mortgage. She's going to lose the house. I mean, that's kind of over. Look, I mean, a lot of people say things about Louis, Teresa's guy, that he's, strange and has bad business dealings going on. The Gorgas are being convinced of bad business dealings. I say all the time about Dorit and PK, I don't understand their finances. I just don't understand where the money comes from. I know that he manages Boy George and Culture Club. And have I seen Culture Club?
Yeah, how
times?
much work could Boy George have? Do you see him in concert a lot?
I've seen them in concert, and guess what? PK is there. He's on. So he really does manage Boy George. But yeah,
are they doing a tour across country?
They're always doing like a little something, but I mean, it's not. I mean,
are they playing in Madison Square Garden or are they at like the Beacon?
The Beacon.
Okay.
And I mean, that's the thing. If you manage Beyonce, Taylor Swift, if you're like in the camp with Lady Gaga, I understand where maybe your money comes from. I mean, still the star is getting all the money, but I don't understand from Culture Club. I mean, no offense, but
how much are those tickets, do you think?
I mean, I've gone probably like, if you want like not more than like 100.
Right.
$75. I don't understand. Dorit comes down to breakfast in Beaumont and then has lunch in like head to toe Gucci and then is like in Dior for dinner and then the next morning is in. I mean, these outfits alone, I don't understand it.
And that's not who she was when he married her, by the way. I mean, you've seen the pictures, you know who she was when they got married, right?
I went to high school with Dorit.
Oh, well, tell us.
Rachel's like, well, where's that one to? Yeah, I mean.
Well, fill us in. Did she have an accent?
We were different years. She did not have an accent.
Is that her real name? Is it Dorit?
Yeah. Her parents they're from Israel. I think they were, I mean, they were either like first generation here, but they're Israeli. So it's really Dorit. There was no accent, different hair, different nose.
Wait.
You're like, oh, wow.
Was she a blonde?
No.
Wow.
Dark, curly hair.
And what was the accent?
Like, this was high school in Connecticut. I mean.
Wow.
Right. So, like, we're not, New York has an accent. Even LA, sometimes you could have that Valley accent. I mean, I don't know. There's no accent in Connecticut the last time I checked.
Oh
I mean, maybe I have a Connecticut accent, and people tell me I have a New York or LA accent, but, like, I haven't been in Connecticut in forever, but there was no accent in Connecticut. It's like one of the accentless states. There was no accent.
So, and was she nice?
We were different years. We shared sisters. Like my really good friend and her, like my best friend and her best friend were sisters. So we have that connection. There was like a boat trip. All I remember is there was like my friend's 30th birthday, I think. It was one of those birthdays. And we went out on her father's boat. And then the sister brought her best friend, who was Dorit. And I just remember she was like Titanic at the helm being like, I'm going to be famous one day.
Oh, boy.
And all the parents were like, you're going to fall in the water. And she was like, I'm going to be famous. And she was at the helm of the boat like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So girlfriend had a plan. And I think, to marry someone with lots of money or But so I don't understand Dorit and PK. Like I went on PK blocked me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm blocked by a lot of people.
I'm sure you are. Well, I can stick up for her in the way that I used to date PK, as you know. And
You did.
I did. And he is very charming. But I do know that when he starts to date you, that he didn't really try to change me at all. But I do know that he has the capability to be somebody who can. He can spend a lot of money on your appearance, on your clothes, and really change you. And I know that he, you know, at some point wanted to change his life when he moved to America and be something different and get into the spotlight more. So he picked someone who he could obviously change and mold, and someone who's going to go along on that ride with him. So she was, you know, good enough to do that with.
In other words, these two little fame whores found each other. Is that what you're saying?
You said it, not me.
I mean, you know, so it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, look, I mean, if I was married to someone and you were spending like all this on clothes, I mean, I guess he must like it if it's all about the image, but I just don't get it. I mean, Louis Vuitton doesn't give, you know, maybe they give stuff to their spokesperson. You know, Jaden Smith is now represented by Louis Vuitton. He's like one of the faces of the brand. I think Jaden Smith might get some stuff for free. I mean, Jaden Smith is major. Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, they're not giving free stuff to Dorit.
No, and I think she's even said she pays for all of it.
She does.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand it. I literally don't. Like, okay, so sweetheart, that outfit is like $30,000. I just added it up. Now for lunch, you have another outfit for $50,000. Like, this is real.
So
it adds up.
What do you think about the break-in she had? They never found the people that stole all that stuff. Don't you think that's incredibly shady that they didn't find the people that stole all the items? It was all her clothes, right? And bags?
It was the clothes, and you know, like, look, I mean, I think it's probably real, but I understand why, you know, if it's all covered by insurance and you don't want to wear the same thing more than once.
Right.
Well,
it's a great way to start all over with a new wardrobe.
Start all over, yeah. I mean, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, the person leaves the phone. I mean, I don't know if you know, like you.
I saw the whole thing.
The phone.
Why would they be nice enough to leave her the phone?
And she says, "Please leave my phone." I mean, I don't know. Like, I would want my phone, but when you're like at gunpoint, I wouldn't think about my phone.
It is a little bit odd that they had her at gunpoint and then she asks for her phone.
It's a little, that part's strange.
You would think that you wouldn't be making requests.
I would be like, yes. I would say yes, yes, and yes.
And I am a little surprised that more people that do follow that whole scenario didn't question a little more stuff. But anyways, we don't need to get into it.